Next week on Thursday, Chapter 17. Best Wife in the World. My heart wept with the willow. The water gurgled and gushed past, mere inches from my feet. I leaned against the old tree and closed my eyes. As I relaxed, my thoughts morphed into pictures and memories played like old movies in my mind. I remembered the day the sword of Damocles dropped. The snow had all but gone, and disgruntled winter ghosts remained in the shape of ugly puddles. I went to the office that Saturday morning to sign some documents waiting to be dispatched to court for the Monday afternoon hearing. I lingered for a few moments afterwards. "It's been confirmed," Harold said. We sat in the book-lined library. The wall-sized window overlooked a bright urban landscape alive with spring fever. What? I dragged my thoughts away from the busyness of the street outside. "It's ALS." A harsh death knell tolled in the quiet room. I braved the desolation on his face to look directly into his eyes. "No, it's a mistake." "Have you talked to God about it?" I asked. I could think of nothing else to say. His eyes filled, his voice trembled. He replied softly, "I asked him to take care of Gloria." "But haven't you talked to him about how you feel and why this has happened?" I insisted. "I've been busy with your hearing," Harold said. "But I will, once Monday is over and done with, I promise." He was serious. He wasn't humoring me. Harold's voice had begun to slur quite evidently, and he was losing strength in his little finger. I thought of Pauline and the horrors she endured. I couldn't bear to remember. "I can't do this. It's too soon." There was never any doubt that Harold Wiseman was an uxorious husband. Gloria was the best wife in the world, the best cook. She made haute cuisine seem easy. His pride in the capabilities and achievements of the woman he'd been married to for decades was admirable. I once heard it said that Gloria Wiseman kept her husband on a leash. It's always safer to guard one's tongue, so I refrained from offering an opinion in response. Gloria's artwork in oils, bold, vibrant, and pulsating with life, hung on the dark panelled walls of Harold's office. There was a wild savagery about the framed pieces. Adjacent to one another on the wall by his desk were two photographs. Captured in the first portrait were a father, mother, and children, an attractive couple in their prime, and 3 teenagers. The second picture presented 3 young adults, more mature, sophisticated, sure of themselves. I felt I knew the family intimately. I'd heard so much about Mike and Susan, Lisa and Carol, Ben and Jordan, Sheena, and of course, baby Sarah. Sarah was his smile machine. Often as I walked into the office, Harold would query, "Do you want a smile?" and point to the framed photograph of a pudding of an infant, serious and as contented as a broody hen. The smile would come unbidden. Once, Harold held out his hands to be inspected. The nails were painted blue. He glanced indulgently at the screensaver picture of 2 little girls holding each other in a sisterly embrace. I smiled. "Someone with a Barbie makeup kit visited yesterday, huh, Grandpa?" His eyes lit up. He grinned. The enchanted woods recharged my batteries. I had enough to keep me going until the next time. I logged on to my email when I returned home. I reread the message I received the previous evening. It said, "I was calling on my email to hear from a friend, and you're the best." The dietitian said the same food, but slower. Gloria and I have decided to use the syringe, and with human impatience and control, it hit my stomach like a ton of bricks. Just finished my lunch through an IV drip. It's a bit slower and my stomach has no cramps. Enjoy your day. I think the weather won't be as bad as expected. Love, Harold. I smiled as I typed a response. I am so glad the food situation has been sorted out. Will you look fat when I see you next week? Hooray! Joe's wife has been taken to hospital. She was found on the floor and has gone into convulsions. I took some supper over to him. He has only the poodle for company, and my heart goes out to him. We are so blessed in those who love us, aren't we? There are so many people who love you. Have a lovely weekend. Fondest love, Selena. Harold replied on Monday, I feel bad for your neighbor, but glad for myself in what you say. Harold. The thread of gentle back and forth continued until Thursday, my special day of the week. From me, I have had such an incredibly exciting week. My life is never boring, that's for sure. There's lots more to come before Thursday, I know. I can't wait to tell you all about it. Please keep well till then, my dear friend. Hugs and lots of love, Selena. From Harold, I can't wait, Harold. Finally, on Wednesday night, I wrote, I'll be there tomorrow at 3:45 p.m. unless I hear otherwise from you. The girls get in around 3:30 and I'd rather be around to let them in. Our address is a designated school bus stop, and I'm not comfortable with some of the types who hang around waiting for the kids. There's a man, probably some kid's dad, who looks like a biker and scares me. I feel like the witch in Hansel and Gretel. I can't wait to see how fat you've got. Unlike that hag, though, I've no plans to stuff you in a cooking pot. With my love until then, Selena. Harold replied, Can't wait, Harold. Thursday afternoon finally came. To be continued.